Hello everyone and welcome back to KTB Creates. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I promise you will not be disappointed. I'm always bringing new DIYs and decorating tips and videos and furniture redos and things like that. So join us in our little family and you won't be disappointed. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I have been wanting to fix up, rearrange the decor above my kitchen cabinets for quite some time. It's been like this for the past, I'd say year or two maybe, and it needs a little refresh. I'm not changing it like majorly, but there are a couple of things that I want it to definitely do. And it definitely needs a good cleaning as well. So I thought, well, why not take you guys on a little journey with me and I'll show you exactly what I want it to clean up and revamp and redo. And maybe you'll get some ideas from that. I am very fortunate to have this space above my cabinets. I would have loved to do, cabinets all the way up to the ceiling, but at the time, finances weren't there for it. So anyways, I have a whole new space to decorate. So here we go. So I just took everything down from the cabinet first, obviously. And it's so funny when you put it all together, it looks like a lot of stuff. And it is, I guess. But there's a lot of pieces here that I'm going to definitely put back up. There's only a few that I'm going to take down and not use probably. So I'm going to show you what I add. But first, I know that I want to kind of antique the labels of the wine bottles. So I'm just soaking them in the sink with a little bit of water just to soften the labels a little bit so that I can then go in and just with my fingernails, I'm really just like ripping the edges of all of the labels just to make it look worn and antique. So I'm going to do that around all of the edges of each wine bottle. And this is what they look like once they're all done. So I think it just adds a cute little touch. It makes them look old world. And I love the way they look that way. So next I'm gonna take my burnt umber and I'm going to mix it with literally a drop of water just to thin it out a little bit. And I'm going to use that as kind of like to stain the labels of the wine bottles to, again, make it look just older, like they've been around for, 100 years or so. So you could see how I'm just spreading the paint all over the bottle. I did let it dry for, a minute or so. I didn't let it dry completely because then what I did was I went in with a paper towel and I wiped off the excess. You could leave it on if you like the way that looks, but I just wanted to soften it up a little bit. I didn't want it to look too intentional like it was paint. So I just wiped it off with a little bit. So you could tell right there that it did what I wanted it to do. So I was happy with the look. So this is my favorite. I've been wanting to do this forever. So this was before I had my YouTube channel. I had bought these large letters. They are, I think you would call them paper mache letters. I got them at Joann's Fabric and I used this metal, hammered metal spray paint a long time ago. And I spray painted them because I wanted them to look like that galvanized metal, letters. But I decided to go in with my burnt umber again, and just use a tiny bit on your brush and wipe off all of the excess. And all I want it to do with it is go around the edges of the letter to give it that like rust effect. And just to like outline the letters a little bit more, make them stand out a little bit more, if that makes sense. And again, I've wanted to do this for probably like 2 years since I've had them up there, but I just never got around to it. So here we are. So that's what I'm doing here. You'll see I'm literally just dabbing it around the edges, no rhyme or reason. I did think later on after I finished, you probably could go up and put some like on the front of the letter in different, sporadic areas. I didn't do that, but you could do that. It would look really, really nice. But I love, love, love the way this came out, and just the little added effect that it adds to the letters. They look great. Then I took this little basket that I had gotten, and it's just too plain for me, so I have to add some paint. So I just took my Waverly White chalk paint, and I am just literally dry brushing it on. I wipe off the excess on a paper plate, and I'm just, spreading that all over. And I think it gives a really cool effect to it, makes it look old and worn. So I thought it looked perfect. And I did do the inside too, just because I wasn't sure how I was going to use it above the cabinets again. So I figured I'd do the inside as well. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick run through of all of the items and where I got them and things like that. Obviously, the wine bottles came from a local winery. These little tins right here, I actually got those at a yard sale. So I bought all of the tins that you'll see came from a yard sale. So I thought they were like perfect to use on top of my cabinets. Crates was from like an antique store. There's another wine bottle. This little tray came from the Target dollar spot. That little milk can, which I really wanted to decorate a little bit, but I ran out of time. That came from Cracker Barrel, like last year. I cannot remember where I got these cute little signs. I want to say Kirkland's maybe at some point. That little white cake stand is from Hobby Lobby. Again, another tin, and I just decorated it with Dollar Tree items there. This is like my favorite part. I love the way these came. I obviously got the letters, they're chipboard letters, and I got them from, or they're paper mache letters, I'm sorry. And I believe I got them at Joann's at some point. Again, more tins from a yard sale and another little sign. This crate I got from an antique store, and I kind of did it differently. I had it laying flat, and then this time I decided to tilt it up, and I just filled it with some Dollar Tree succulents and a few more tins and things like that, and I threw a bottle in front of it. And then this is another one of my favorites, the herb sign. I just recently did a DIY making that, and I will post that at the end of the video so you can watch that as well. But I love, love, love the way it turned out. That little crate, the little crate of cheese right there came from the same antique store that I got all my other stuff from. And then we'll move on to, okay, and then here, this crate again is from a yard sale at some point. That little chicken is from Dollar General this past summer. The Farm Street Farm is from Dollar Tree. That little cake stand is from Target Dollar Spot. That crate is from an antique store. And then this is another DIY that I recently did. I will also post that video at the end, so you can take a look at that as well. So I hope you enjoyed all of this. I know I did. It's fun to kind of refresh and redo things once in a while. And we will talk to you soon. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I always love to get your feedback and any questions that you might have. I'd love to answer. Stick around for the end cards because I will put the other DIYs that I had mentioned on the links on the end cards. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you all very soon.